What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, we get a really interesting comp to go over and a beast to show us how to play it. This is Canbizz, one of the best players in Europe, quite high on the ladder as well. If I move my head, you can see 1200 LP, really nice run of it on the stream recently. So just a really good player, and he's going to play a line that is... it's kind of interesting. It's not one that you see every single day. So we start off here with actually a Giga Econ opener here. So we're allowed to actually already make 10 gold on 1-4 and hold on to almost a Primordian opener, waiting for the Briar to come here. But we can hold on to the other brawlers with this board and just play, I mean, one of the best openers that exists. Tower, Slice of Life, and Silver Spoon. I mean, Slice of Life is just the best option generically here. We do have some extra Econ already, but you can never have too much Econ on this patch. And Slice of Life actually ends up printing us this 2-star Gragas here, though once again, Sympathetic is our item, so we're not likely to play this into any kind of like Master Yi board. That would be the most natural transition. You just have the Gragas the whole game. But we have Sympathetic, so probably that's not going to happen. We're just going to chill on the board in the early game and have a decent enough time with it here. We could even slam the Redemption if it does allow us to win streak in this spot here, so we'll see if we do end up making that. And we also have the time breakers that we can hold on bench here, so really holding all the potential Econ openers if we end up hitting them. Still do not have any kind of really like timebreaker opener or anything like that, but we are going to level up here to get the challenger in here, trying to figure out if he wants to play the timebreaker board. But I mean, I don't know. Velvet's a pretty good unit early game. The Jinx is not bad early game. We can slam Redemption here if it's going to swing the fight, but turns out that this is too strong of a board. This guy is level 5 on 2-2 with all that extra Econ, and so no matter what we slam here, we're still going to lose the fight, so we might as well just chill here, take this loss, and not over slam. It's a good idea to not slam in a spot like this where no diff, right? We're going to win the fight before either way. We're going to lose the fight either way. This fight either way, so no need to slam. Pick up the Milio here, which is kind of crazy. So now, yeah, we're going to actually fit this board. Sadly, we don't have that Caitlyn. I think we had a Caitlyn earlier that we sold, so we don't have the Fate Weaver in. But it's a pretty good board. The only downside is we're in this weird spot where we've lost a fight, but we have a really strong board. So sometimes in these spots, you end up in a situation where you actually end up super broke because you don't have the streak gold to pay you back for the fact that your board's super expensive. Only upside is that it was a pretty heavy Econ opener, and we do have this Econ Augment to help us at least have a pretty decent spot Econ-wise. But yeah, we actually just barely pick up this fight win, but we will go into Carousel here. Cryo Hex or Trait Quest here. These are both really good. It depends on what line you're going to play, right? If you're going to play a line that can really take advantage of Cryo Hex, then this is just obviously the take here. I'm not really that... I mean, I would feel fine just taking this and playing it into a quirky game, but yeah, he's going to take Trait Quest here and just say, I can proc it relatively easy, and... we'll see what he does end up playing here, because I don't think yet at this point he is thinking of playing the line that he ends up playing this game. I'm gonna take Belt here actually as well, just super defensive, but just getting item slammed. We do finally have the 3 timebreaker here if we want to play it. Only downside is it is going to make our board a bit weaker, but yeah, we're gonna get this in here. I mean, the board's still strong enough, and wow, he's actually in a level here. It's kind of a... I mean, he can still make 20, I guess, if he sells this other stuff off. It's just a pretty aggro level in a spot where we have no real like streak to play for. What best case scenario, we get like a 3 streak here. But I mean, hey, wins with the setup are pretty good. You know, you're gonna get the more XP, and I imagine we must make gold, right? Surely, okay, yeah, we will make gold and just sell off our 2 costs here and just hold on to the random Ornn here, which now we have Ornn paired, which is interesting. I think for most of the set, this guy's been kind of a mediocre tank. You know, only if you hit like 2 tank here, you ever really excited around playing around this Ornn guy as your main tank here. But he did get buffed up pretty hard this patch. So this is now a unit that you can actually be excited to play around. Now we'll see. It's a lot of gold to hold on to this Ornn pair. So if Canbizz wants to hold on to this Ornn, he really needs to get his money's worth out of it. He needs to play a line that actually uses this Ornn here. But he is going to hold on to it. I mean, he's also thinking, you know, there's a chance that we can use this to potentially proc. The trade quest here, just need 2 more traits in, which is still pretty far. I mean, a Caitlyn would do it. That would be the dream here. Is there another one? Psionic, Fate Weaver? I don't think so. Replicator? No. Yeah, I think we are just looking for Caitlyn, which is a little frustrating, but if we can get there, we'll get there, which is nice. So hopefully we can pick that up at some point. We do have this Cho Kaisa set up here, but we don't actually have the other piece that you normally play here. So yeah, he's going to level here for the Viktor, but it's still not enough to proc trait quest here, which is really sad. Going to make the Warmog slam here. And yeah, I mean, still pretty open to a lot of stuff. In this spot, I would say, you know, there's not a lot of really definite direction towards any specific line that is well represented in the meta right now. You know, you could play Corki from the spot, sure. I mean, you have a Warmog's Maid, you have like kind of items but no swords yet, so it's really not the world's best Corki spot, honestly. Ooh, if he team plans, we will talk about the line. Next augment here, Solo Plate, Earth's Gambit, High Voltage here. Earth's Gambit tends to be fine. You just need to really find a usage for the spat, which I don't think that we actually really have a good one for right now. Solo Plate, they did bug fix this, I believe, so I think it is a little bit better at least, so you can think about taking that. And High Voltage, I mean, it would force you to play some kind of AP line, which I don't think we're that jazzed about here. So we're going to roll middle here, roll right, roll left, and we find Care Package, which is a really good augment, especially for 3-cost reroll, which is weirdly enough going to end up being what we get here. We want to play towards here, especially after we get this duplicator. Still, we have not cashed out our emblem here, which is a little bit sad. You usually want to use that for direction here, but we get this bow here, which will play nicely into either AP items, you know, for stuff like Void Staff or even like a JG Nashers. So we have a lot of stuff that can play neatly into some of these reroll lines. So we're getting pushed. We're getting pushed towards 3-cost reroll, which it's interesting. I mean, I think a lot of people thought that 3-cost reroll would be pretty good this patch, because obviously it got buffed up really hard. But still, I don't think most people have really found these like crazy gas 3-cost reroll lines. But honestly, the one that Canbizz ends up playing this game, I mean, we'll get to it when we get there. But yeah, it's also interesting. We see that other guy with Lulu's and Miss Fortunes out of the pool, which is quite annoying if we might want to play. You know, Lulu is kind of like the dominant 3-cost reroll line. All right, here we are going to team planner, so we can finally start yapping about this board that we are going to play. So it's kind of interesting. If you guys played early on PBE, and he's going to find the Aatrox here, you might remember this board. This was a board that actually saw a lot of play during PBE. It was this Conduit Miss Fortune setup here, where you play Miss Fortune plus Viktor here, got Ornn in, plus the Maokai, plus the Aatrox to get a lot of traits in. Like, this is a nice 5-trait board with the Rostin. You can roll for all of these units here, and it actually fits together very nicely. And, you know, this patch, Ornn got buffed up as a frontline. There's also, in general, more people rolling 3-costs than there once were. So it's actually a world where this comp can actually come back, and MF also got a pretty decent buff. So we're actually in this world now where this comp can actually come back. You can see people actually playing around it. That was, by the way, in the old days where like people were always building Archangels onto the Viktor. It made a lot of sense in that version of the line, because it plays for pretty long fights. You have this really beefy front line. The only awkward part is that this guy's holding onto an MF for now, but I think we are maybe coping, maybe not coping, that this guy is going to maybe get rid of some of those laters and just play a regular, you know, like Lulu board, like the Timebreaker Lulu board. Either that or we're going to hope that they're going to die later if we really want to play this line. But you can see we're holding on to all the 3-costs. We're holding on to that Ornn pair that we had earlier. And yeah, this is going to be our game plan. A very kind of like niche line that, yeah, like most people do not play towards. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it does this game, because I have 0 reps on this line myself. This is selfishly part of the reason why I wanted to play or to watch this VOD, is to see Canbizz playing it and learn from him, because like I think there's more out there in the meta. The meta feels quite stale, and we're past the point of no return on a B patch. No way we're going to get a B patch at this point. So the meta is what it is. So, you know, instead of yapping about is there any B patch, why not just do your best to innovate and learn all the potential lines that can be played here. We're going to pre-level up to 7 here. Only downside with just pre-leveling here is it does mean we're going to have to wait around to get that emblem that we are still waiting on, by the way. Like, I mean, was the emblem really the best here? I mean, I love Cryohex, and like we would have got Cryohex value this entire stage. I guess we'll see. We'll see what the emblem actually ends up doing for us here. But right, level 7 here with a disgusting amount of gold, so we can roll down, pick up the Miss Fortune here. We're just going to roll for the board in the planner here. He actually, oh my god, he's holding these extra Lulus here to grief the Lulu player. He's only 5 Lulus, oh my god. Actually, just insane griefing going on, but it makes sense. This guy is trying to take his units. We're going to make the Death Cap here, which is a good Viktor item. Going to make double Warmogs here, which is a crazy frontline slam, especially on a board that, I mean, I guess you have, I mean, you're playing for a Bastion carry, and you have the Rostin on this board, so you're gonna have a lot of Armor Mar to work with. I guess it could make sense. It's kind of crazy, but all right. Last Augment here, Crash Test Kunahuna Glass Cannon. I mean, Kunahuna does literally nothing here. Wait, our emblem is actually Shepherd emblem. Maybe we get that in, but Heroic Grab Bag, boom. Yeah, I mean, this is an amazing take here, because it's an expensive board. He's gonna reforge, saying, yeah, I can't actually fit Shepherd in on this board here, so we're gonna look for something better. Finds the Psionic, which is actually quite interesting. So maybe we can get to like a 4 Psionic board late game. It's also just a pretty good, it's a pretty good emblem, just kind of stats wise. It gives you a lot of good stats here, and we're gonna maintain the Maokai here over the Ornn here. In this spot, just saying, I mean, we have Brawler active and Bastion active, but we'd rather just play for the Maokai with these like Giga Warmog setups. He is just really multiplying that HP, and he is very, very tanky. And yeah, he's going to throw in the other Psionics. The idea being on level 8, we can actually fit 4 Psionic really easily onto this board, turn our Psionic items into Radiance, and really have a good go of it. Actually, he's going to fit it now. Oh, this is a cool kind of creative version of the board. Have to drop out of... Okay, he's gonna drop back in. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I can actually drop this guy, especially just for like Radiant Tank item here. So he is actually just gonna stay on the cookie cutter version of the board here, just because he's like, I feel so bad dropping Rost, which makes sense, right? Rost is amazing on this board. Even turning your Psionic items Radiant, is that worth losing all these, especially the frontline stats that we lose here, especially because it's like, it's not like we can, I mean, you could throw it onto Ornn, I guess, and turn that item Radiant. So kind of makes sense. Storm Hex versus Reroll Quest here. Do we need more items? I mean, we do need more items, but Storm Hex is so hard to pass up. Yeah, so we are going to grab this here. I mean, it's just so good. Like, I never want to pass up a Storm Hex, especially on a board like this where, like MF can actually hit a lot of the board. So she should be a very nice holder of it. We're going to continue to roll down probably very soon. He can sell off these Lulus if he wants to quit grief in that guy. But I mean, it is very, very high value. We find the Sona, by the way, so now we can actually play around this, and yeah, just throw the MF in the middle, throw this onto the Ornn, and he gets the double Radiant items because obviously, yeah, I mean, he's got enough items to get there. So it's actually kind of a crazy interaction with the Sona. That's cool, where the Sona provides him an item and then Ornn Radiantizes it. That's actually, yeah, that's really sick. So yeah, makes a lot of sense here. The only downside is we're still miles away from some of our upgrades. Finally find Miss Fortune 2, but remember, I mean, this unit is so contested here. Also looking to grief the Corki 3, which is very, very smart, just saying I cannot allow this guy to hit. And yeah, I mean, Miss Fortune, I mean, is going to be very, very hard to hit. And this guy actually, wow, we made them give up on Lulu by holding those extra Lulus. I mean, this is what you can do when you're playing Reroll, is you can actually just act like super, super grief somebody like this. And look at this, they're going to die. They actually die here. So now we're back. We can go for the Miss Fortune. I mean, actually, a little bit, I mean, very, very, I was going to say a little bit of a rat style gameplay, but I mean, super rat style gameplay. But I mean, it certainly paid off. Now we can go for the MF completely uncontested and roll for our entire board here. So many hits here. We're going to have to give up on something here, which is either Maokai 3 or the extra Ross, and he is going to give up on one of them and then use the dupe here. I think this makes a lot of sense here. Just dupe this for the bench space, and then we can finish our roll down here. Find almost everything, but we are going to greed for legit everything here. Yeah, wow, actually everything here. Oh, that was kind of weird that he did that. He kept rolling, even though now he has an extra dupe. Okay, I think this is a little crazy, and wow, we actually go for the full reforge here, looking for some kind of MF item. We roll into GSBT, which is not even bad here. So yeah, pretty awkward item setup. Gets made pretty good with the reforger here. So yeah, now we can win this fight here, and we've reached the board. A very nice version of this board with the 4 Psionic, but the board nonetheless, with this duo carry of the Miss Fortune and the Viktor here, and the duo tank setup of the Maokai and the Ornn here. You can see why we did take the duplicators, and why we took care package, and why we started the game with an econ augment. It's 3-cost reroll, but this is a 4 3-star 3-cost setup here. This board is disgustingly expensive. You really need a lot of econ to make it here, and that's why basically all of our augments this game are econ augments. But I mean, once you get to a board with this much just gold value in your units, you're going to be very, very, very strong here. And you can see we are just kind of clearing people, especially with the extra hexes we get. The gold gen is actually not bad here to kind of repair our econ and allow us to push level here. Get that Rost back in would be the dream with all these traits in, and we still have to deny people. My god, everybody's going for 3 stars this lobby here, which is just nuts. And this guy doesn't even have, they're just denying 5 Ramesses. That's I mean, this is This is European TFT. Everybody's griefing everybody. I mean, you love to see it though, honestly. All right, we pick up some gold here. Not bad here. Volta just trying to get through that top 4, and he does pick it up here. So not bad at all here. Can take another MF item, which I guess it could be double GS. Yeah, decent enough. And he doesn't really want to risk it on taking Anvil here and completely missing on MF item. And I mean, double GS, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible. You know, items is items here. And he also, by the way, swapped the Victor in the middle. I like this a lot just because middle Victor, I mean, it's the default positioning, right? You want to keep this guy in the middle so he can get the biggest AoE off possible. And here it's actually quite awkward. This guy did a really smart thing and split his front line. So the first Victor ult just completely whiffed on the back line or on like the E and stuff like that. The issue is that doesn't matter. Our board's just too strong. The duo 3 stars are just so tankier. Especially, I love this setup where you get the Radiant Psionic item onto he says, "Hello, can you help him to not? Can you not help him to make Kindred 3?" He's like, why are you holding all these extra 4 costs on the bench? You're actually making it easier for them to hit Kindred 3. And the guy's like, nah, I'm going for Rammus 3, which is kind of crazy here. I mean, we'll see what the game ends up in, because this guy is 1 off Kindred, and I mean, if he hits, he's certainly winning the lobby, and there's not that much we can do about it. We can roll here ahead, try to pick up the Rost too, which is not bad. Even finds the Rost and then dupes it for the extra gold to try to have enough gold to roll down for the Kindred. That was very quick, just because we want to get every Kindred out of the pool that we can. If we can find 1 Kindred, that is a huge reduction in the pool. Kind of crazy that we get another dupe here, but we're just going to roll all of our gold down here. Going to dupe, continue to rolling. We miss it. Oh, and that guy does hit Kindred 3, so it is not going to be a first for Canbizz here. Still a very good placement, and could probably on 39 HP coast to a top 2 here, but we'll see. Matchmaking can do some crazy stuff here, and we'll see how strong the rest of the lobby is. I mean, this Max guy does have a Jhin 2 on the board, which is pretty scary. We'll see how long our frontline can tank. I mean, 1 frontliner goes down, but by then the fight's already over. We just clear this guy. I mean, yeah, if this Kinder guy didn't exist, this actually would just be an easy first here from Canbizz. I mean, we're gonna rotate into the Kindred guy and probably not win. If we do win, then I'm ready to say this comp's completely broken. Am I crazy to think it's possible? Like low key, it's possible. The problem is this guy's doing a great job of avoiding this first ult from our dude here. Like maybe if we can CC the Kindred or something with the tankiness in the front line, like low key, it's possible. I mean, low with the CC? Oh my god, wait, it was actually so close. He actually did almost win. If that guy hadn't split frontline, we would have won the fight. Yeah, I wonder if we can pull the front line to the right here and get a little bit more AoE off. I wonder if that's what he was trying to go for in that last fight. I mean, this game all of a sudden got exciting. I mean, it's a Kindred 3, but we actually nearly beat that. And yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking. Oh, no, he puts this stuff back here. So, okay, we are going to ult kind of in the middle here. It's a little awkward again. Kill all these units, but this ult gets so wasted here. Yi also in backline is pretty rough, though hopefully the Victor ult can go to backline here. We need the stun. This fight looks a lot worse than the last one. Maybe it's doomed here. Okay, last item here. Would really like to just get something, honestly. He's gonna move Psionic Emblem over here and throw this onto the Maokai here and kind of swap the tank items around. I mean, sure, I could see this a lot. Predator's Vow cannot go onto Ornn, surely. Like, surely it's Gargoyle Ornn, right? And then Vow, this guy. Yep, okay. We did move the guys all the way to the right. Still not really able to AoE that hard, so we just kind of wasted an ult there. But we did kill a lot of units there. One more big Victor ult here into an MF ult, maybe? Loki, it's so close with the stun. Oh my god, oh my god. He's very animated about that game. I mean, that's a crazy game to almost win. It's actually nuts that fight was even that close. I mean, it just goes to show the power of this line, right? The fact that we almost beat a Kindred 3 looks pretty darn good. So, have you guys played this comp? Let me know in the comments down below. And what do you guys think of this performance? I mean, this is pretty crazy. Leave a like, helps out the channel, and is completely free. Subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed my videos. Check out my Twitch down below, where I'm streaming every day, Wednesday to Sunday, because I take Monday and Tuesday off, starting at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I'm gonna have trials this weekend, so go check that out. And check out my Metafy down below for all my coaching, all your coaching needs. This video will be going out on Thursday, so we'll be having a group coaching session, Tacticians University. So look for that if you're interested in group coaching, where you get to do coaching with a bunch of other people who are motivated to learn the set. We can do this week. We're doing VOD reviews, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, all right. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.